afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. Welcome in, everyone. Pagan, you were first, yes, great. Welcome in, Capitan. Thundercat, Choo Choo, Echo, lovely to see you. Cuff, Barmy Lad, Mazzy Moom. Welcome, welcome, welcome. A little quick stream today, guys. It is Saturday. I'm gonna test out a bit more of the Asgard, since I didn't have time to do it yesterday. And then I'm going for a hike, as long as it doesn't thunder. Hopefully it doesn't drop the thunder, or then I'll be in trouble. Good to see you. Good to see you all. Welcome in, guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I tried an evil patch for the first time last night. Oh my god. It's busted. It is massively busted. A huge amount of issues. But, also cool stuff. But, yeah. A lot of busted. A lot of busted. But we're gonna get him. Test the Asgard. I need to go and get some attritions. Yeah, I'll try and get... I think I've got enough attritions to do it. Maybe I don't. You can buy some. And see how good it is to farm. Would the Cutlass Black be better? But yeah, we are Asgard in the verse, chat. But in Evil Caddy, I'm not going to go and see out these new weather effects and stuff like that. I'm gonna wait till I can actually showcase it whilst live to give like a proper reaction. I'm not even watching any leak videos or anything like that on it. I'll wait and see, chat. Do I have any... Oh, I do. I hope CIG adds a currency tab. I really do. That would be great. Instead of having to fight with... So we're at 1426. Well, wait, we might do this. 1426 plus 853. Nearly there, chat. Nearly there. So 500. Oh, what was it? Fuck. I think we're like 200 off, right? 200 off. And then we have enough for like 50 favors, which is like 50 million. And then I'll do the painful favor transferring, but I'm not going to do that until maybe 4.2. Just purely because the system's not working. Did you get yourself an interest yet? No. It's 2,500 scripts to get it, but it's 50 scripts per favor. So you can always use MGs and councils. There you go. Hey Alpha, you didn't do it. Grummets as well, welcome in. No, I don't need to get an Idris, because I get one because I've got a Javelin. But yeah, I won't hand in the favors or the scripts for the favors until it's a little bit more stable. And also maybe see if CIG have actually done something for 4.2 to make it easier to hand in, you know? Like you could hand in. No, the Idris is the frigate. The Javelin is the destroyer. Kraken is the carrier. Pegasus is the escort carrier. Bengal is the carrier. The something or something is the battleship. And CIG are making a battle cruiser, which will probably be the Meteor or whatever it's going to be called. And in the lore, there's a capital ship from Anvil called the Longbow. And for me, I hope it's like Battlestar Galactica. It launches fucking tubes of arrows because it's called a longbow, right? That would be amazing. That would be my dream. An Anvil capital ship called the Longbow fires arrows. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, no, there are ways to actually get Idrises. There's actually a trick. You gotta get one in your cart, and then don't try and go through it. Just keep it in your cart, wait for the next wave, and then instantly get it. I've had it all waves, no luck. Have you had one in your cart, though?
Approaching next station. If this is your stop, please prepare to disembark.
Because every time I've got one, I've had one in the cart.
Last call for passengers. The shuttle is preparing to depart. The next shuttle is approaching the station. Providing connections to all major platforms, Crusader Industries is happy to offer free and convenient transit.
I saw the new capacitor changes. The door changes to the Idris front and rear is really good. Definitely good. So, for example, we did a test on it with shields down. A Polaris main gun, which is the ballistics, with shields down on the Idris, took 56 shots to open the front door of the Idris. That means you are not breaching that motherfucker with a Dragonfly anymore. Which is really, really good. It's also because it's out just now, Capitan, right? If the Idris wasn't out, I don't think many people would be trying to fucking get one. These people. These humans, they make me sick, chat. Look at them. Look at them. We gotta keep whammers nice and clean. Also, there's free ice cream on the floor. Oh, yeah. That's it. Free ice cream, chat. Oh, we can actually store? Wait. Can you not actually store the ice cream? There's no option. Look at all the free stuff I keep finding. Whilst I'm in fucking Orison. There we go. See, we got 2 burgers. Look at all the fizzy pop as well, man. Floor ice cream, yeah. This is great. Like, even though it's super cheap, all I do every time I pass this area here, I get all the stuff that I need to fucking do this, you know? Is this a free can or is that an empty? Oh wait, that's a gun magazine. I still think what they need to do is make it where if you hand in like the rubbish, you get a like a fucking credit or something, and you can get like a special food or something that gives you like a buff or something like that. That'd be sick. You know what I mean? When you go to these coffee shops and you get like a... I don't know what it's called. Right, we need to strip up the guns. We need to quickly go to Lore Vault and pick them up. How do ballistics works right now? They are bad against shields? They are bad against shields, yeah. Unless you're using certain weapons that have like a higher sort of like pen chance kind of thing. And that's the deadbolts and the bestoked weapons that you get on like the Polaris. The new Idris ones, but they don't work right now, so it's like, yeah. Oh wait, I actually have 2 attrition 4s. Alright, I can actually... Okay, that's cool. So I only need to buy 4 attritions. Okay, that actually saves me a bit of money. Good, good, good. Alright. 4 attritions we just need to buy.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle retrieval system.
Again, it'd be cool. Like, you make it where you get the, like a bonus, right? Say you help clean up Orison and you put like rubbish away and stuff like that. Like you get a reputation increase. So whenever you do missions for Orison, say if they did this in the future, it doesn't need to be Orison, it could be Grimhex, right? You then get like, oh, this guy's cool. Give him like 20% more XP towards reputation for people that are actually living in Grimhex and stuff like that. That would be cool. That would be cool. That would be an incentive, right? Because you'd be... Some games like that where you go around to try and get the bonuses and stuff. I remember in like arcades and stuff like that, you would do certain things to get little bonuses here and there. For like fishing or handing in and stuff like that. They could easily do something like that. It's very like, you don't have to go out of your way to do it, but you get a little incentive to do it. I definitely feel like if CIG are wanting to do an MMO type of game, they need to make it where there are incentives for people to actually do other things than just the typical cry on fucking Spectrum and make videos about how bad the game is and shit like that for clickbait. Wait, I press fucking... Interesting. Cool. Alright. Yeah. Noisy.
Takeoff complete. Landing gear raised.
Oh, it's actually a 4 launcher, right? Alright, cool. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 28. How's the ads card? Really good, yeah. I do like it. It fits the complimation for the Valkyrie as well. So bringing in like 2 Asgards, 1 Valkyrie, you can then bring in 2 armored, or you can bring in an armor and a ballista, and like a 2 or 3 TRs as well. So really good actually. I do like how it complements small group gameplay more than having to bring a Hercules in. Because bringing the Hercules into the front line just doesn't make sense to me. You know? When you're dropping off troops, you don't fucking land a C-130 or a Hercules or anything like that. Like right at the hostile area. So the Valkyrie and stuff like that and the Asgard makes sense for me. But I hope the Valkyrie gets the same cargo grid as the Asgard. I think that's fair. You can do a little bit more combined arms kind of stuff in the future. And I say the future because right now you don't need combined arms at all. You have everyone in a fucking Hornet. Literally, what's the word? Getting out of it in full heavy armor and stuff. Yeah, but the thing is, again, you have to look at it this way. Why are you flying a Hercules into a front line where it's going to get nuked? See, right now, people don't care about these things, Capitan, but in the future, you're going to have what is called asset loss. And we don't have asset loss right now because it's a tech demo, right? There's no need for it. But asset loss in EVE Online is basically when you lose a ship, you have what is called a negative effect, cause and effect. Yo, Leva! Thank you very much. We get some W's in chat, please, for them. Thank you, Leva. Appreciate that. Welcome in, guys. So yeah, Captain. Asset loss is basically where fuel, repair, rearm, time to get your ship back, and all these things, right? Nice to see a Valka there. We're flying an Asgard, actually. We're going to go and get it fit with attritions just to see how it works in PvE. But I'm kind of going over the situation where both of the ships are valid, right? Yeah, it's basically... Well, I mean, it is literally a Valkyrie. It's the same chassis, same cockpit. It's just differently designed for... one's carrying vehicle, one's carrying troops. So yeah, going back to asset loss. Also, how was your stream today, Leva? Appreciate that. If I've got a moderator, can you give a... Oh, never mind. Grade's already done it. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. Make sure you go and drop the follows, guys. It's free to do so. 5 minutes of your time. Check out their content. All that good stuff. Asset loss will be... Right now, we can reclaim our ships at a really fast time, Capitan, right? And in the future of this game, it's not going to be that simple. It's not going to be where I go and fly a Valkyrie, I lose a Valkyrie, I reclaim my Valkyrie, I don't get the Valkyrie back at my location that I reclaimed it, right? You have to technically take the money and go to the dealership and get it there and that. Not every location is going to be seeded with Valkyries and Asgards and everywhere it is. Right now you can get all your stuff back. But in the future, you could lose a ship and you might have to travel to another solar system to go and pick up your ship from a dealership. This is where CIG don't communicate with the community anymore, but that's the general idea of it. You're not meant to be able to just magically spawn an Idris repaired and ready to go in these locations. So asset loss will be as I lose a fighter, I could then be spending 30 minutes to go and get my fighter to get back into the fight. That takes another 30 minutes. By that time, the fight has gone past an hour long, which means that sometimes it's going to be better to just be picked up there and then and put into a support ship that might be on a carrier or something like that. And that's where I see like the Asgard and Valkyrie are important, where they bring things in, but you're not bringing a heavy asset like the Hercules to the front line, you know? By that time, I need to go to sleep and work tomorrow. Well, then you don't play a video game like Star Citizen, which is a sandbox survival, pretty much. Because every time you play a sandbox survival, there's a cause and effect. If you die, you knock yourself back. If you lose assets, you knock yourself back. If you don't win a fight, you knock yourself back. If a opposition team takes your base, you get knocked back. That's the whole idea of these games. The problem is right now, because of it being a tech demo, it's just a role-playing world of fun and happy, you know, happy feet kind of nonsense. Hey, Critical, welcome in. And this is where, again, like, things are getting tight. Previously, before they made it easier for folk, you used to have to slow boat down to Lorville. You couldn't do what I'm doing just now. You would literally warp to above Lorville, and you would have to spend 20 minutes in a reclaimer slowly going through the atmosphere to make sure it didn't explode, same as Starfire. They removed that because of this boosting system. Or warping system, and then they're going to be changing that now, where you're going to be self-doing it in quantum boost. So you're going to be bouncing around locations yourself instead of just one easy flight around. Because CIG don't want you doing everything in 5 minutes. You should be going to a planet and spending the whole day on the planet doing missions on the planet instead of warping to Microtech, instead of warping to Crusader, instead of warping to Pyro. You know what I mean? Right now we're doing all the content super fast because there's no time engagement. And you can get fuel everywhere. You can rearm everywhere. There's no cause and effect right now. But when CIG turn all that stuff on, there will be. And instead of you constantly speedrunning the video game, you'll actually be thinking, right, well, I'm now coming to Lorville. What can I do at Lorville to pay for the money that I just used to fly over here? I might need to repair my ship, but they can't repair my ship because it doesn't repair at this point for the size of the ship I'm at. These are all things that cause and effect. And it slows it down. It slows the game down greatly. So instead of being like, oh, I'm making 20 million a day, you might be making 500k a day, which means that you're not going to be using your Idris every day. You're not going to be using your Kraken every day. You're going to be trying to min-max as much as you can, and that's what we're waiting for. That's what economy does. Same, I can't wait for it. I can't wait to where people stop flying around in big-ass ships because they think that's the easy way to do it. It won't be. But then hopefully we'll have missions where you can actually use, you know, multiple people and stuff like that. But right now that's not the game.
Warning. You are leaving a safe zone. Landing gear deployed.
Is that alright, okay. I was just about to say that looks a bit scuffy. Again, we used to have this before CIG disabled it because people couldn't handle it, right? And it was basically you would, every time you lost your ship, you had to go and buy modules again. So say you put a meta fit on, you would actually have to redo it. And we don't have that just now because CIG just want you to be able to fly around, do things, all that jazz, but your reclaim times will go up, your repair costs will go up, your refueling and rearming will go up. Everything will go up, and eventually down the line there'll be places where you go to and you lose your modules because there's no way to claim insurance. Probably dead zones as well, but they'll have great loot or whatever. You know, these are all the plans that you can see with CIG. Yes, they're not in right now because, well, there is no economy. There is no reason to actually do this. Interesting, this doesn't work. No, it does. Wonder if you have to be a certain distance from it. Alright, we only need 4 guns, chat. So there's a huge lot of stuff to come. And mark my words, the moment that this comes in, I guarantee you a huge amount of people will quit this game. Because I don't think they realize what these type of games are like. They've got that sort of like honeymoon period where, yeah, that doesn't look good. Geronimo. It's so fucking predictable. It never works, man. I swear, like, the fuck Stairway to Heavens, yeah. It's just so, you know what I mean? Like, the amount of leaf blowing on like the snowball effect, the snowflakes, whatever you want to call it, on Spectrum right now, they're so worried about the future of this game. I'm worried about nobody can fucking make a fucking elevator work, you know? Heaven forbid anything else, you know? Yeah, exactly, King. Yeah. There needs to be a foundation of the game before you put it in. But for the people who have been here from the very beginning, have tested out what the design that CIG want to do with. Massive insurance times, big refuel costs, you don't use a big ship for certain reasons, you use smaller things, you stay at location, yada yada yada. When you lose modules, it has like a knock effect on you, blah blah blah. There's no point adding that in right now, and that's why CIG disabled all that stuff, because again, until you have a working game where even the elevators are 100% working, there's no point making it tedious, as you said, right? Why are you so sure that CIG is going to make so harsh? That's not harsh, Maximin. That's what sandbox games are like, you know? See, the thing is though, is you can't appeal to the casual crowd, right? And I'm gonna give you a reason for that. You can't make this game pro, hardcore, sweaty, PvP, and you can't make it casual, PvE, where nothing matters. Because these people will quit the game once they've done all the content, like they're doing right now, Maximin, and the pro players will cause everyone else to leave because it's too hard, too furious. That's why people don't play like DCS World, for example. Because, Maxi, would you have the ability to sit in an F-16 and spend 30 minutes starting up from cold to, you know, being able to get on the runway? 30 minutes to get them into the air, right? You wouldn't do that if you're a casual gamer. Because you don't have the time to do that. That's what hardcore is. So you can't be pro-hardcore and you can't be pro-casual because these two sides fuck up everything. You make it too casual, everyone leaves because the game is boring. You make it too hardcore, everyone leaves because it's too much time to do things. You have to find a balance in the middle. Good PvP, good PvE, and where it's engaging in the game. Or you lose things. Look at Elite Dangerous. Elite Dangerous would literally be booming right now if they hadn't made it where it's filthy casual fucking gameplay. Where you can literally just go into private mode to play the game, which ruins a video game like Elite Dangerous because nobody's actually interacting with themselves. There's no cause and effect. Oh wait, I'm also going the wrong way. No, wait, wait, am I? How do I get to the... I've not done this in a while, chat. How do I get to the weapons? Oh wait, here it is. You're here. Where do I go to get the weapons?
Welcome to Metro Center.
No, it wouldn't be Armatox, because again, is it the red one? Perimeter line. Do I go this way then? I've not done this for fucking ages. To City Gates. No, I don't want to go to City Gates. I want to go to the... Oh, fuck this. Yeah, I'm gonna go to where I know how to do this. I'm gonna get lost. You guys will also troll me and send me to the wrong place. I'm gonna just do it this way. I need to go on the green. I need to get on that green line. So there. It looks like I have to go to the spaceport anyway, so you can't go the red lines. Central line there. That's not even in existence, right? That station doesn't exist. Or does it? What the fuck do you do out there? Go to the shop? That's not where I'm gonna get attrition instead. I used to play DCS on a competitive level, but stopped playing it for SE. The idea of different systems like Pyro and Stanto, this should be used to make one more casual than the other. Completely agree, Pox. So hear me out on this. I think if you go to Pyro, there should be more rewarding things in Pyro, but at a risk. If you die in Pyro, you lose all your modules on your ship, because there's no comm race for you to be able to go, I died, I got killed by another player or an NPC, I need to use my insurance. But if you're in Stanton, you should be able to do it that way. That would mean that Pyro is a much more riskier place, but risk versus reward, right? But if you don't want to go there, you stay in Stanton, and it means that you get all your stuff back, right? I would love that to be a more different thing. This would allow casual players to be in an area that suits them, but also where if you want to be more hardcore, you can go to it. It's more dangerous, you're going to get more rewards, but there you go, right? The problem is CIG don't know how to separate it right now, because they made it where you go to the CZ zones and that's where all the rare loot is, but the rare loot is also in red chest boxes inside Stanton bunkers. You can literally get tweakers inside Stanton bunkers in red boxes. So what's the point going to a CZ zone and having to interact with other players when you just need to farm in NPC land? So there's no risk versus reward right now. And this is where eventually it will need to get that way. Economy. And players are already doing the economy. I literally showcased this yesterday. We literally have a player-driven economy where people are selling items, right? Oh, wait. Selling items that you can't buy in store, but you can buy them from players. Like if you go down to this, blades. This one guy is selling blades. See this guy, look. This guy, TheDarkLaw, is selling a blade in-game for 100 million. Pay to win with Alpha UEC, right? You know, people are doing that right now, chat. They're selling stuff on the market.
Now arriving Central Station. Please watch your step when disembarking the train.
I think what I write might be the best way to describe the game, though. In my opinion, could be wrong. What did you write, Grim? I got tired of playing the game like it's a job. The game, yeah, but the thing is that's fine, Grim, right? But like I said, you can't make it pro to people that don't want to treat it as a game, a job, right? Like super casual, and you can't make it hardcore for the people that want it to be like a job, right? You have to find a middle. No, DC was a job when I... Oh, right, fair enough. Okay, so you're saying it that way, yeah. But what I'm saying is, there you go, right? If you're going to make a decent MMO, it has to be in the middle, where there's areas for the hardcore, there's areas for the casual, but it can't be either side gets the vote in how the game goes down. So you always have to design a game for your average player, not your filthy casual, not your hardcore. Or they don't work. Games don't work if you do it either side. It has to be right in the middle. You have to give pro gameplay for the people that want to go to that level. You have to give casual gameplay for the people that want to do that. But you can't make either side win, basically. And CIG are doing a good job of sort of slapping that in the middle. They need to do a little tweak here and there. But it is very much where you can go one-sided if you want to be, but you're not forced, basically. Only wish Pyro being too punishing is that you end up like Evil Line, where it's heavily gatekeep, small group M train. Yeah, I know. That's why, for example, 2 solar systems don't work, Lazy Sun, right? And that's how it didn't work when we had Stanton, for example. You had the hardcore, the casual, the average, all in one solar system. What you need is hardcore in Nyx, semi-difficult in Pyro, Stanton, semi-difficult. Then you go to Terra, casual, right? And you have the bubbles where people can go to, and if they want to go down the line, they have to be like, this is where the difficulty goes up. This is where your comfort zone is at Terra, and your comfort zone might be Nyx on the other scale. You go to Stanton, you go to Pyro. And then that's where, obviously, you could put Castra right in the center or something like that. That is when we would actually get a universe that works. But until we get that, there is no point people freaking out about the game because CIG don't have enough areas in Stanton, in Pyro to do anything that I'm describing. And that's why this game will always fail until there are more places for people to go to through their comfort zones. Start off in Terra if you want to have it a little bit easier. Start off in Nyx if you want it to be hardcore. But you can't be a casual player that starts off in Terra and go, day one, I'm going to go to Nyx. You have to have the mindset that that is a no-no zone. You have to pass the trial. And it's the same as if you're hardcore, you're not going to be wanting to go back to Terra unless you're sightseeing or doing other things, right? But until CIG actually get this in the game, we're stumped with the can't do anything. There are way too many people that are unwilling to engage with PvP in any way. The PvP systems will just be barren. Not necessarily. It depends on what you do. So CIG have already made it clear that if you build a base in these PvP zone areas, Neuro, there's going to be more rewards for it. You're not going to have the same protection, they've made this clear, but you'll get more rarer materials and stuff like that, which is what it's like in EVE Online. If anybody doesn't know, if you want to get Dysposium, if Dysposium is still a thing in EVE Online, you have to go into 0-0 no man's land to farm it, or find it in wormhole zones, stuff like that. So there's always a way to get it, but there's also other easy ways. For example, is you make a shit ton of money in Empire space, and you just buy the Dysposium that you need to then do the crafting and stuff like that off the market. We don't have a market. We do if you go to this website and you look up for certain things, like say you're wanting favors for the new system. You can get people selling a 10-pack of favors for 25 million. You know, that might be the most expensive. You go to lowest price. We don't have an in-game market. So it's very difficult to get this right now. I spent 6 hours trying to cargo haul anytime you went anywhere other than a major station. You had broken elevator. Exactly, right? Exactly. And this is what we're talking about. Thank you very much, Grim, for the 200 bits. Appreciate that, dude. Is that CIG can't go into what people want. You know, people are wanting economy. People are wanting different places to go so you can go to casual and not get attacked by players. Pro PvE, pro PvP, don't want to interact with anyone. It does not work, as Lemon says, unless the elevators are working. The train system is working. Your ship's landing don't fall through the hangar. You log back in and your stuff is not missing out of your boxes. Wicklow Favors doesn't take million hours to hand in and stuff like that. There's no point in ever turning any of these systems on if CIG can't get the foundations of this game working. And foundations are UI that works, a landing system that works, sound that works, FPS that works, modules that works, flight that works. I think I had said flight twice. But you know what I mean? There is no point in doing any of this unless that works. The problem is CIG keeps shoving down stuff that doesn't work and doesn't get fixed up. And it's bad. How many people, you know, I was super excited for Hathor. I was like PvP, PvE, mining, you know, people coming in to salvage, people that we killed, all that good stuff, and none of it works. And now nobody goes there anymore because who wants to sit there and hope for a working server or a working laser beam? Nobody wants to play a video game like that. So when people are like complaining in other channels, this game is so dead, there's no PvP. Of course there's no PvP. There's never going to be any PvP if nothing works.
Next stop,
Yo, Gallifear, thank you much for the 50. Also, Gallifear, good that you came in. Thank you for that, dude. Are you still wanting to play Dune with all of us? I've got Noodle, Cutlet, and possibly Hank and Plane. You're welcome to join in as well, dude. Haven't played in 4 months proper, just depressing. Yeah. But this is why everyone wants the end game of Star Citizen. Expat was talking about where she feels that the Valkyrie is out of place because the Asgard replaces it. It replaces it now. But in the future, when jump seats are important, the Valkyrie has more features than the Asgard. The Asgard can do it. And then Detox last night when I was in his stream was like, oh, I'll just put a Spartan in the back of an Asgard. Now you're making it where you are not taking armor into the field because you want to do it that way. The Valkyrie literally has a purpose that the Asgard can't do. Because if I'm gonna fly in with an Asgard that can only have 8 people inside the Spartan, or a Valkyrie that can take 20, I'm taking the Valkyrie. And if you go, oh, I just take 2 Asgards. Well, I'm gonna take a Valkyrie and an Asgard. I'm still getting a 20-man team on the ground and a fucking tank. And multiple jeeps.
trespassing or attempting to trespass on
people just don't look at it. They're always focused on the current state of the game, and you shouldn't. It makes it so unhealthy for you to, like, see how things can unfold. It also makes it very difficult for CIG to ever be able to satisfy you, because you're always looking at the current. People are like this right now in Star Citizen community, and you have to open up the blinkers and look at bigger spectrum. You can't get everything right now. It's not possible to do that. CIG are working on things, testing out things. This game is just 100% a tech demo. You've got fucking NPCs that are nose down on the ground, you know? Look at this dude. It's probably not even an NPC, it's probably a player. Oh no, it is an NPC, chat. It's literally an NPC in a suit. Head down on the ground. People just want to solo everything. They should be allowed to solo some things. But you shouldn't be able to solo everything in the game. That ruins a game massively. But again, I come back to the point where everyone is too heavily involved in Star Citizen and they need to take a break from it. I'm watching people make threads and Twitter posts left, right, and center. You've got mythologists, you know, God, it must be difficult to be a mythologist. He posts that he contacted CIG because he's got a javelin from referrals. He's got an Idris P, but he can't buy the Idris P laser and the Idris K and the Idris T pack because it's locked for only people who own an Idris. And he's sending a message to concierge saying, why can't I do this? And they're like, you don't own an Idris. You have a loaner because you have a javelin referral. Buy a fucking Idris if you want to have the features that other Idris owners have. And he's complaining about that. It's like, no. This is what CIG structure is all about. You're just trying to fucking get more out of your fucking free shit. I think CIG are 100% right in it. It is literally locked to people who own the ships. Right? So why do you get a fucking loaner that other people don't have because you used your referral, because you've got a little bit of, like, you know, community. Oh, Jesus fuck. Why does this always happen to me? You shouldn't always get these things. Yo, Jack, thank you very much for the 5 months, dude. Appreciate that. Let me store this. God damn it. Exactly, because it's a feature that's designed for people who own those ships to get those things. And people in his Twitter comment are like, oh my god. Also, Golden Hype Train, holy shit. You guys have just unlocked a Golden Hype Train. 100 bits or a gifted sub or even a resub, I think, works towards it. You get the fucking Golden Kappa for 24 hours on any channel. Go chat, feed me with 100 bits. Go, do it. But yeah, I like, everyone in his replies are like, this is out of hand. CIG should be allowing you to buy it and stuff. And it's like, no, you don't actually own the ship. Why do you think you deserve to, oh, for fuck's sake. I actually have to claim it. Why do you think you deserve to do that?
He fucked up.
Yo, Alpha, thank you very much for the 100 bits. Blasty with the 5 gift. You didn't need to go that crazy Blasty, but I appreciate it. Thank you, dude. Thank you, dude. Level 2 Golden Hype Train! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, again, if you're winning the bets, guys, go ahead with that. And this is where, like, for me, I think a lot of people just need to take a break from Star Citizen. I think Salty Mike, Mythologists, people like that, just take a break. I understand their frustrations, but also when you look at it logically, Koth, thank you for the 100 bits, dude. Enjoy your Golden Kappa. There are so many things that need to come out in this game before any of this is irrelevant. Pay to win blades. People have been buying ships for years, you know? And people are like, that's pay to win. It's like, it's not pay to win, it's just pay to unlock it right now. But nobody, I said this, right? And I've been saying it all week. Nobody moans if, say, for example, DarkLaw goes and buys a 5090 to get a 20% fucking FPS boost over you know what I mean? Yo, Mitzel, thank you very much for the 4 months, dude. Appreciate that. W's.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Yo, Mitsu as well. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Appreciate that. Big W's, big W's. Thank you, guys. Just remember, guys, you only need to do gifted 1 sub or like 100 bits, and that gives you it. It's not like the F7A Raven or FA, which you can't buy. You can't buy it yet because CIG always need to make money, guys. Right? But there is no pay to win in this game. There's just pay to unlock, yeah, but you're not actually winning anything. There's no economy. There's no cause and effect. Better performance makes a huge difference, yeah. If I go and buy, I'm using, you know, $1,000 joysticks. I go and get a 5090. I get the best processor out there. That's pay to win. If in the same eyes of people saying that a blade is pay to win. I'm literally getting 20 FPS more than you. I'll go and get the best PC whatsoever. So some people will have like 50 less FPS. Who's paying to win at that point? The person that spends 15 bucks on a blade that doesn't really do anything, or the person who spends $3 grand on a video card just to get 10, 20 FPS more than you in combat. But nobody thinks like this. Echo in chat, if she's still there, has been doing the videos on Twitter, guys. Go and follow Echo on Twitter. She's been doing the videos, and they literally show that in a straight line, the blade for acceleration gives you 0.44 ms more fucking time on somebody that's using default. 0.44 milliseconds. That's nothing, chat. That will never ever determine, you know, if that person wins. You would have to have people in the same ship, same build, equal skilled, and maybe they get a slight advantage by using the faster blade or turning blade. But then it could down to be like if somebody lags, or if somebody's got a better PC, somebody's better at mouse and keyboard over joystick user, you know? Maybe the ESP doesn't work there and then. There's so many calculations. It's just daft. It's fucking crazy. I went from a 47 Ti to a 5080 and only gained 7 FPS. Yeah, dude, I know, it's mental, right? But the thing is, though, is people will, Thundercat, thank you for the giant Pepe. People will do that, though, Tom. They'll literally use real-life money to buy better peripherals over people to get a vantage in a video game. People that play Apex, Siege, Call of Duty, CSGO, right? You're wanting to have the best frames, the best monitor, the best mouse, keyboard, blah, 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 blah. Because when you're playing competitively, you want to have the advantage.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Isn't pay to get rich in game fast when the game releases? Well, it all depends on how it goes. Yo, Bank, thank you very much for the 5 gifted. Appreciate that, dude. Yo, you guys are being crazy. You only need to drop 100 bits for a golden kappa, but I do appreciate the 5 gifter bangers. Thank you, thank you. Again, there's just no pay to win in Star Citizen because there is nothing you win. There's nothing you win right now. And there won't be until CIG actually build a foundation of this game. Alright, please actually come up the lift this time.
It was at this moment that he knew. He
Yeah,
fucked
great.
up.
Thank you very much for gifting us a sub to Bank. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Elon buys people to be at an advantage in game. Yeah. Weapons, right, look at this way, chat. The game comes out, right? And you've got the ability to buy money off the website right now. I literally start with 1 million UEC every wipe, right? Because I stupidly put $1,000 of credit into spending 50 odd days to get $25 every day. So at that point, when we do a wipe and you start with 40 UEC, 40,000 UEC, and I start with 1 million, who's paid to winning, right? Zero's tested? Dude, I don't give a shit what Zero's done. There's a literally, Echo did a video and it's 0.4 milliseconds in space faster. It's not 40% faster. You guys, your maths are fucking off. It's literally 0.44. So I don't know what the fuck you guys are fucking smoking, man. Again, faster acceleration doesn't do shit in this game, by the way. Just an FYI. Smoking blades. Anyway, if you want blades, just go to the fucking website here. I got you guys. I'll do a deal for instead of 100 million, I'll give you both for 100 million. Look, here you go. You want to fucking be the top pilot in the game? You want some fucking Gladius blades? 100 million. There you go. I got it. Speed blade here, blah 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 blah. The stats. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Speed blade here, 29. Yeah, this is the exact same thing that Echo did. Let me show the video, guys. Echo went out of her way to do what Fresh has just literally typed me up. Let me go to Echo here. Look at this. An Echo is a fucking person who does racing. So, like, speed is everything, right? Yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Ekebit, a professional ship racer at Anza Racing.
Watch.
This is flight blades practically tested with no bullshit. Let's
No bullshit.
try the Gladius flight blades in space. Enjoy.
Ooh, yeah.
This is a standard 0 to 500 meters per second test at Serum
Look at this.
Station Crusader.
So this is everything that Fresh just put down, right? Look. To get to 0 to 500. So what you're saying with fucking Zero State's video, you're saying, right? Acceleration. Look. Top speed blade 0.3.6. 4.0, right? Look. 4.6 on the slower one. So default is 4.0 and you're doing it in 0.4 of a second. Wow, chat. Holy fuck. Woo! Wow, that's gonna make such a fucking advantage in this game. That has 1600 fucking range fucking guns. Wow. Amazing. Yeah, sign me up, take my money, right? Look, 10 MS more. Wow. What's that in percentage? Who fucking cares about percentage? You literally have the numbers right in front of you. There you go, 23.1 Gs, 22, 520. It's literally 0.4 of a fucking second. If that. Yeah, so again, right, look at it this way. What happens if I've got a better internet connection than you, and I've got 50 FPS more than you, and I press afterburner first than you with the default blade, I will be fucking done, right? 0 tested to 500. This is also a test of 500. Literally doing 500 MS in default. I don't think you realize, guys, that you can fucking sugarcoat Zero States all you want, but there, right there, is all your fucking stats. You don't need anything more than that. There is no pay to win with this shit. It is a fucking fraction of a second advantage. If I have a better internet than you, I can use the fucking handling blades and beat you in a straight line. Because there's something in this game called afterburner advantage. It's just the same as peaker's advantage. If I press afterburner before you, I win. Because of how the network works. Is that pay to win because I've got a better internet connection than you? If I've got 20 FPS more than you, and I don't lag as much as you, is that not a pay to win advantage? People need to fucking shut the fuck up. There is no pay to win. It is just a minuscule fucking advantage. You guys are fucking copium over shit for no reason. Anyone who tells me that they feel the difference... Dude, I have tested them for low flying and I don't feel a fucking iota of difference. I've tested the blade for movement, but I actually hated it because I was going too slow. I went back to the default blade and I got good speed and I got good turn rate. It's a fucking placebo effect. Even the guy who's designing it says it doesn't do anything, man. When the designer turns around to you and says it doesn't do shit in this current system, it'll do it in the future stuff, that's when you go, alright, cool, you know? The biggest thing is that CIG are selling fucking smokes and mirror and smoke or whatever the fucking term is, instead of just selling the cool skins separately. That's what they should have done. They should have never sold these blades in these packs. They should have just waited till it was finalized. And then at the end of the day, everyone would have been a fucking winner and people wouldn't have been fucking crying their eyes out of pay to win in a video game that has no fucking winning whatsoever. Oh, I understand the point, Armor Talks, right? I understand it's a cash and grab, but every company does cash and grab. And also, why the fuck does this not want to spawn? Why will you not spawn? Zero did at 0 to 5. Dude, that video just showed you all 3 blade canes. I can't make this any more simpler. You know? You can literally have somebody with the slowest blade versus somebody with the fastest blade, but if the slowest blade has a better internet connection to you than the server and higher FPS, that person will automatically win with how network works. There is no fair... The only time you can ever compare this is the exact same ship, exact same fit, exact same skilled pilot fighting each other, and one uses one blade and one uses the other blade. That's the only way you can tell. It does not matter about anybody else's testing. The stats are literally hard written, and Fresh just give them to me. Let me just fucking do this, since apparently fucking... You know what I mean? Let me just copy everything that Fresh just said. There, right? You literally have... where is it? There. That's all the stats you need. Not about time, not how much somebody pulled the fucking trigger with you, or anything like that, because that's irrelevant. I might have a faster finger in real life than Zero State, you know? Maybe Zero State's a 0.1 fingerer, and I'm a fucking... 0 fingerer. I got the fastest fucking fingering in the game. Who's paid to win at that point? The person that fingers faster, or the person who fucking bought a different blade? Yeah, I'm not saying that Zero State's numbers are not incorrect. The point being is that it does not matter. It does not matter if Zero State found a 40% advantage. It all... Ladies, yeah, I suppose. Or maybe guys, you know? Unfortunately, male humans have their G-spot put inside a fucking asshole, you know? Thank you very much, Nuck, I appreciate that. Is the concept, yeah. The practice of selling it, I will always agree with you guys, the practice of selling these blades is massively incorrect. But also at the same time, I don't care, because I want CIG to make a lot of money so that we actually maybe get this video game down the line. I'm going to be selfish and say sell everything, impractical, whatever the fuck, just so you get a better game experience, you know? Sell your soul for all I care. But I'm coming back to the point of when people say that you get an advantage with these things, you don't. Because everyone has different rigs, everyone has different reactions, everyone has different mentality of playing this game. You can never say it's OP in a video game like Star Citizen. Or pay to win. Because that's the same thing as if, oh, I'm fighting somebody in a Gladius versus somebody in a Titan. That's pay to win. I'm gonna try this by going back to the menu, chat. It's a step not in the right direction, but also you have to look at other things logically, Neuro. Why are CIG wanting to do a cash grab? Why are CIG low on funds again, you know? How much is it costing CIG to do certain things, yada yada yada, right? The point being is, they should have never done it this way, and again, I want to make this fucking clear. If you actually go to my Twitter account, I posted my thoughts on it. So it's not that I'm like super fucking, you know, whatever CIG. My suggestion is Warbond 20% credit, standard price. Bought in-game, same day as sales. No FOMO until 1.0 because it's not a real game. And no limited sales until 1.0 because it's not a real game. That's how I would want it, but that's not how you do marketing in today's, like, marketing stuff. That's not going to make the big money, right? You just want the paint, exactly. So for me, CIG's logic choice is you make the skin and the blades at a discount. You make it where you can buy the blades separately at a cheaper price. And you can buy the skin at a cheaper price. And if you go for the pack, you get a fucking 10% discount on the 2 items. You then put the blades in game to sell at the same time. And you leave the skins separately on the website. There's how you make money, keep everyone happy, and the FOMO doesn't go crazy through the fucking roof. And nobody has anything to complain about at that stage. The problem is, though, is if you took everything to complain out of the game, people would still complain. Because, Lemon, are you a millionaire in real life? Do you know how to make $50,000 a day? Do you know how to make $250,000 a day? Because if you don't, this is where we go and shut the fuck up. Because we're not the ones making the money that they're making. So unless you are an expert in making $1 million a fucking day, we need to shut the fuck up. Because we're not the ones smart enough to make those plays. And yes, it pisses off the community, but as I said earlier this week, drama, sex, and negativity sells better than happy thoughts and unicorns. So unless you're somebody of that level, we have no stake into these things. If CIG don't have funding coming in from other companies, they don't have a high investor, right? So if we all stop spending money, how do they build the game, right? Oh yeah, I completely agree, Cheeto, right? But the thing is though, CIG have been doing this for 12 years and they're very good at making money. At a point you have to sit back and go, well, son of a bitch! Oh shit! Planned. All planned, chat. As my plan succeeded, all I had to swear at the elevator and get in. Yeah. Sell pretty well in Portland. The blades being in the store at the same time in game means you have no advantage now over other players. Yeah, exactly. But you'll have it on 1.0, which defeats the purpose. True, yeah. I mean, to be fair, they should never sell items like that full stop in the store at all, Tumblr. I don't think you should be selling blades, modules, guns, all that stuff. It should be 100% locked behind a gameplay. I completely agree with people like Burks, who say that all these blades should have been at Hathor or in CS zones, or locked behind, you gotta be rank 6. Imagine if you guys played the game where you went and did Foxwell and you got to level 6 and the reward was a blade of your choice. That would be fucking amazing. And then they could have sold the really cool skins for the arrow and stuff like that. Amazing. But CIG are testing the waters to see what will stick and what people will accept, and the community have fought back on it. And that's awesome. Hopefully they won't do this shit ever more. But also at the same time, I can't fault them for testing out boundaries where apparently there doesn't seem to be a boundary limit. People are still buying the blades. People are still buying the skins. I used credit to get them because I really wanted that arrow skin because it's fucking sick. The Gladius skin is sick, but I'm not spending any brand new money on the game. I won't give CIG a penny until I actually see a foundational game involved. FOMO is so dumb. Again, I go back to it. There should be no FOMO until 1.0. There should be no limited sales until 1.0. There should be where it's bought in game the same as you can buy it, you know, from the website. That's how I believe it should be. This means that it's fair for everyone and nobody can complain about stuff that, unless it's like stuff that's in the game. But as Thundercat sells, FOMO sells. People were complaining about the League of Legends skin and stuff like that, but people still spent $300, $400 to get those skins. It's amazing how much money you can make off making people believe that they're missing out on something. Again, sex, drama, negativity sells better. The fuck is going on with this shit? Sells better. I swear, like, this place is... I'm gonna end up just fucking... Yeah, you know what, chat? I don't think I can be bothered to do this anymore. So let me see. What do I have in my backpack? I've got all my ice creams. No. No, my ice creams. Fuck's sake. I was just gonna backspace. This is just getting ridiculous. Haven't played since 4.0. Is the F7A still meta? No, not really, no. Not just FOMO, it's also laziness, like not having to make the trip to Hurston to buy it once it's sold in game. Yeah. Again, I definitely feel CIG have overstepped their boundaries. They understand that. Yeah, here we go. It's fucking destroyed again. Alright, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to menu. I'm gonna reset this so this seems to fix it, and then we'll spawn it inside the hangar. Retrieving a ship is now meta, yeah. Again, I'll say this. I think CIG have definitely overstepped the mark. People have made that aware. They'll take note on it. We'll see how IE goes, right? If they still do these things at IE, that means they don't give a shit about your fucking feelings and stuff. And that's fine. As far as I'm concerned, that's where it sets the line. Then it's down to your own fault if you play the game, stream the game, and spend money on the game. You're then at that point encouraging it. For me, I don't give a shit. I don't have any morals in life, chat. You know what I mean? I'll open the door for a lady, but I'm also the same person to slam in her face if she's rude towards me, you know? I don't give a shit what CIG do at this point. Long as I can play the game and enjoy it, that's all I care about now. CIG can sell their soul, won't make a difference to me. It's not what I want, but also I just don't give a shit anymore. I've been here 12 years. The game's gonna be out when I'm 50 years old or something like that. Started at 29. I am not wasting my life crying on Spectrum, making videos about it. You know, after this is all done, it'll be the last of the conversation kind of shit. Because I get it, people want to talk about it, but also at the same time, I just don't give a fuck, man. If you're upset about it, don't play Star Citizen. If you're upset about it, don't spend any more money on it. The best way to get at CIG is to literally not do anything Star Citizen related. Don't talk about it, don't play it, don't stream it, don't make videos on it, don't go to Spectrum and cry about it, disappear. When they see their numbers fucking crash, that's how you get at a company. But until you can actually convince everyone to do that, there's no point, man. Absolutely no point. You're wasting breath. And obviously, I'm completely fine to have a discussion here, but I'm not going to go to somebody else's channel and have a discussion about it. I'm not going to go to Spectrum and have a discussion about it. I'm not going to sit on a podcast and have a discussion about it. I don't give a shit. I'm only open for the conversation because it's here in my channel right now. But I generally just don't give a shit if they're selling blades. It's not what I want, but I don't fucking care, man. I got better things to worry about in my life, like paying the fucking bills and shit like that. Time for a fizz. Yeah, you want to hold the line? Just stop it, you know? As I said, like, I know Salty Mike is really upset about it. And completely respectable to be so. But also at the same time, if Salty Mike wants to fucking do something about it, stop streaming Star Citizen. Stop making videos on Star Citizen. I know you'll take an income hit, but that's how you get back at CIG. The problem is that we can't do that, right? If somebody like Salty Mike or like myself who make their wages off playing Star Citizen, you have to understand that you're in it for the nitty-gritty. Any publicity is good publicity. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna have my ice cream that I found on the floor, chat. Oh yeah. Why does it crunch? And we'll take another fizzy bubble. We found these all on the floor, by the way. Free food is good food, chat. I want a whole cargo hold of blades. I want elevators, lifts, all these things to work before I ever give a shit about a blade, man. I mean, chat, I'm like 30 minutes trying to spawn the fucking Asgard in Hurston. The fuck would I ever care about blades? I can't even spawn the ship I want to showcase. Least of my worries. Yeah, they do actually need to build the game. But the thing is though, is Gallifrey, they are actually building the game. It's just not as fast as what... Oh no, we're going to the actual hangar. Not as fast as people want. But they have made huge changes in Star Citizen in the past 6 months. Like, it's crazy. Crazy, the difference in certain things. Well, I think, no joke, and this is not to shill towards CIG, I think they're in panic mode, Gallifrey. I think with the money going down and the complaints going up and not a lot of progress, I think they're in, like, panic mode. I mean, they're not even doing CitizenCon this year because they lost money from the one in Manchester. So, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta give a little bit of that sort of look onto it. But then, also at the same point, it's their own fault. Right, let's see if this works this time now. If not, chat, I'm gonna have to fucking go to a different hangar. Yeah, I want a blade that makes my ship spawn. All of their publicity outside of our community is holy shit, look at how much they spent in this scam, what the fuck are these people thinking? True. What do I have to do to get a fucking ship to spawn in here? Oh! What the fuck? Super delayed. See, if only I had an SCM hanger blade, I would have been able to spawn it faster. I just hope they get their ducks in a row. We need to... Yeah, exactly. I think generally, once they've conquered the whole taking out legacy and replacing it with the new stuff, Gallifrey, the game will snowball. The problem is that we're still fighting with... It just won't work, right? Look at that. Holy shit. I still like the Vanguard Liberator. Sorry, the Valkyrie Liberator skin over this one, but it is nice. I do like these sort of like sort of Hot Wheels color scheme. I can't remember what it's called, right? It's not chromacast. No, it's not chromacast. What's it called? The Hot Wheel kind of stuff? It's like chromey, but reflective at the same time. We need elevator movement speed blade. We do, yeah. I'd buy that for 15 bucks just to spawn my ships faster. Tempered, is that it? Yeah, tempered, or yeah, where you like put cold water on it, it changes color, right? All right, let's see how far we can actually juice this bad boy. So there we go. We got that amount that we're rolling with. Also, this thing's got some juicy missiles. How many shots are we actually going to get? 87 on attrition. Holy fuck. Alright. That's a lot of damage, chat. Holy shit. I am very interested to see how this is going to turn out against Connies and stuff. Temper skin and Ross. Yeah.
Landing gear
Well, it's the same as the Valkyries, Hugo. I really like it. I mean, like, 6 size 3s and 2 size 4s attrition. You want to be the gunner puppeteer? I need a gunner. Look at that, though. Oh. It is a nice skin. It's weird. It's like sort of like an orangey red, but in the dark. It also looks very purple kind of stuff. I do like this skin. The Paladin? Oh, dude, I can't wait for the as you can probably fucking tell, right? You can probably fucking tell. I do like my Anvil ships. I love my Arrow. I love my Valkyrie. I wish there was a Anvil capital ship. There is one in the lore called the Longbow. I would like that.
Shields offline.
Liberator. I would love that as well. Yeah, I am partial for my Anvil. I do like it. I'm a big Anvil fanboy, if I was gonna say it. The color looks, I don't even know what that word is, Scoozy. What does that word mean? I do like it. It's like a weird sort of like warm rust, if that's a fucking color scheme. See, look, it looks kind of purple there, and then obviously in the light, anodized. Oh, right, yeah. All right, yeah. So anodized, yeah. So like when you're doing tempering and stuff with swords and shit. It does look good, yeah. Again, I absolutely love the Valkyrie platform. Really fucking cool. My prediction for Alien Week is a light or heavy Banu that is weaker version of the Idris Beam. I don't think there is any alien ships in production, but that would be cool. Anything with more laser beams, chat. I said this yesterday, I'll keep saying it for the rest of my life. I'm a big Gundam fan. Give me particle beam lasers, and you know what? Just actually give me a mobile frame with a particle beam laser. That'll be doing, and a fucking laser sword as well.
Quantum drive is now.
Laser saber. I'm struggling to see why I should not fly this for a while instead of Taurus. So the thing is with the Taurus is obviously like you have the big bay that drops down, you've got the living quarters, you know. But also at the same time, you have no idea if like down the line it would be cheaper to run the Taurus than it is this. I take it they're the same cargo cost, right? Size? I can't remember what the Taurus actually has. Banu Merchantman, if I ever... Dude, like, it's so sad the Banu Merchantman, the team quit. Like, imagine that, right? That fucking cock tease by CIG. It was a video, remember, they showcased, they were showing inside the work on the Banu Merchantman. In the same fucking month, the dudes left CIG. Because... and everyone was like, ugh. Fucking... That's so funny, man. 172 on the Taurus, 180 on the Asgard. See, the thing is, though, is you do get 4 size 5s on the Taurus. Which, you know what I mean? You lose a little bit of cargo, but you get a shit ton more frontal damage. 4 size 5 attritions for PvE are no joke, man. Especially as the Connies and stuff got, like, gun butt updates and stuff. Like, you got so many shots. Yeah, and stronger shield, yeah. Maybe say I knew they were leaving, so they decided to shame them in it. Nah, I don't think it was that. I think it was they were more wanting just to keep the hype alive. Like, look at it this way. If you hadn't had that Banu Merchantman video, and the CIG staff had left, and you found out that they were building the Banu Merchantman, I think you would be more upset. But now that you know what potentially could be the Banu Merchantman, it kind of keeps the hype alive a little bit. Well, also the other thing is that if you think about it, the Taurus has fan VTOL system compared to the Valkyrie that is full jet to keep it in VTOL. So maybe the Taurus can stay in VTOL mode more than a Valkyrie can. Or an Asgard. But we'll see. We got, that's like a lot more mechanics down the line. I'll be very interested to see actually where CIG goes with VTOL and the new atmosphere stuff. Because we're meant to be getting the hovering mode system back, but not as aggressive as it was beforehand. Alright.
Quantum drive is now.
Let's start off with the first mission then. Let's get the priority going. So we can cash in on that, and we're on Foxwell today, so there we go. Constellation. Oof. This will be the challenge. Can the Asgard take on a Connie? And the Connie NPC is pretty deadly. No, can I have that, please? Oh my god. Give new map system. No, I don't have anyone in the turret yet. I kind of want to see what it's like solo, and then I think it would be really good. Like, no joke, with 6 size 3 attritions, 6 size 3 attritions and 2 size 4 attritions with a gunner. That's a really good PvE setup, by the way. The problem will be is like how fast the tank will go down. Also, where am I meant to go? Oh no, it's a bugged mission. Oh no, there we go, there we go.
Shields online.
Preparatory checklist complete. Time to wait.
Just wait. I know it's NDA, but have you seen any of the new flight? I know what's coming, but no, I don't think anybody's actually seen any of the new stuff, Tom. And I'm very excited because, again, Yogi, I know a lot of people give Yogi and the team a lot of shit, but they, for many years, have been literally hot-fixing the big hot caca mess that JP left, right? And JP's flight model was really good, and it's an adaptation on that. But this is the first time Yogi's actually got to do his own stuff, right? Yeah, also Evil Caddy can talk about all the stuff now, Tom. You just can't show it, basically. I could literally sit here and stream Evil Catty and go ooh ah, but you can't see it. I can talk about all that stuff. Yeah. The new yeah, exactly, yeah. Basically, what's going to happen with the new stuff for flight is if you're in decouple, you're going to have a massive advantage over somebody who's not in decouple. But also decouple is going to be very hard to control. So it puts in a huge skill check, right? Yeah. It's basically like if you've ever played Elite Dangerous, it's going into flight assist off. Yeah. There we go. See, Tumblr. This is why I like Tumblr. Tumblr's literally on the same page as me before I even type shit. And the good thing is, not everyone's gonna enjoy it, but that's cool. They can sit and fucking can't be bothered to learn class, you know? But if you can master this new system, just like in Elite Dangerous, you're gonna be fucking crazy. Uncoupled rotation as well, yeah, Galifear, yeah. Decouple is going to be fucking nuts to learn. But once you mastered it, you will have a huge advantage over somebody in couple mode. And watch for people to cry. Alright. Okay, this is... Oh, this is gonna be pain. This is gonna be pain, chat. Fucking Caterpillar as an escort as well. Oof. Alright, let's hope for Asgard. Again, I think if I had the gunner, I'd be in a better state, but let's see what the 6 size freeze can do.
Shields hit.
Oh, holy fucking... Where the fuck? Ooh, chat, not good, not good, not good. Yeah, so definitely still Ion.
Shield down.
Much better for the Ion. Those 4 size 2s just don't do anything. This is where, for example, using a Connie Taurus would be a better choice than this. I'm going to use my left engine over this.
Target destroyed.
Oof. Yep, there we go. So that just proves that, like, this will not be a good PvE runner. Even with the gunner. I would still take an Ion over this any day of the week. However, cool. This is sort of the same sort of how it'll end up in PvP as well. Sadly. The Asgard's really cool, but again, like, it doesn't matter about how many guns it's got. The 4 size, like, size 2 shields are in such a bad place where you can have 20 size 2 shields and they're worthless. This thing should have just had 1 large. The Redeemer should have 1 large. The Valkyrie, 1 large. You know what I mean? Kind of like the MSR treatment. Medium shields are useless. They should never be on anything big. Like, you can have them on, like, an F8 and stuff, and that's fine, but a size of ship like this should never be medium shields. Remember when you said melting my Kraken to try and snag an Idris was a mistake? You were right, Tia. You're always right, I know. I know, chat. I hate to be the bringer of bad words, but I'm always right. Yeah. Size 2 shields just definitely need a work on them, you know. I'll be very interested when this thing is soft def. How can you just? Oh right, you can just fucking float through. All right, okay. That's kind of cool, actually. I like that. But yeah, just like the Valkyrie, guys, people need to stop saying that this is a Mark II. It's barely even a fucking, like, same. Even with its huge HP pool. Looks secondhand? Yeah. Well, we just went up against a Connie NPC and a Caterpillar NPC, which is actually quite a challenge in NPCs now. And yeah. Even with attritions, even with the best shields on and stuff like that, it still fucking died. It's just, these things are good for dropping off a tank, and that's about it. They're not good for anything else. I would definitely, like, again, going back to the conversation, would you have a Taurus or an Asgard for PvE? I would take a Taurus. The Taurus has got bigger tank, a little bit less cargo, and it's got the 4 size 5s. Which is just fantastic for shooting shit down. And I think it's actually a little bit more mobile as well. Yeah, exactly. The ship does its purpose, but that's as much as it'll do. You would need to truly wait until, what's it called? Oh shit. You would need to wait until, well, you're going up in a scale then, right? You're now starting to go up to where it's like, you know, the TAC is a much, requires more people, right? So is the TAC, right, say let's look at it this way. Pilot, 2 gunners, and then the 2 remotes, right? So you need like 5 people in general to use the TAC. Is a TAC as strong as 5 Taurus? That's how I look at it. You're going to put 5 people in attack to make it worth it, or you're going to take 5 Taurus? I'm taking 5 Taurus. Because turrets never outweigh, you know, another person in another ship. Like right now, you could take 7 people in Hammerhead, or I could take 7 F7As, and the 7 F7As win. TAC with 1 gunner equals a Corsair pilot DPS. Yeah, so what do you take? Do you take the TAC or do you take the Corsair, you know? Again, this ship does its role, but it's not going to do anything else. Like, especially with the upgraded NPCs now. You know, back in the day, you could take any ship to verse an NPC Connie, and it'd be fine. But even Burks last night was, or the day before, was showcasing this. He was trying to fucking take on the Hammerhead solo in an Ion. Didn't work, you know? Because he had to use hiding behind rocks as a method to do it. You know, you can't like if you fail to backstrike and corkscrew, you get rinsed by these things, and that's how it should be. I don't think an Asgard should be able to go up against a Connie and a Caterpillar. Just don't. I think it should always be where you maybe take down one, but you're not taking down both. And I think this is where Star Citizen starting to go in the right place when it comes to multi-crew. Now, if I had a gunner and the ship hadn't desynced, maybe I could have fucking done it, you know? But I like the fact that even with a really good setup on it, you know, it's just not worth your time. You're better off using like an Ion or something like that. Yeah, well that's where we have to come back to a different thing, Armatoxis. Now we're getting group play. You need to get the group play rewards sorted out. So for example, mission scales. If I turn up in the mission solo, I get, you know, the full amount, and it's worth it. But then if I turn it with 2 people, like advertises, it needs to be where, like, if it's for 2 people, 200k kind of thing. Or you make it where everything's a little bit less, where it's like 50k per person, yada yada yada, right? But then obviously they have to work on turret gameplay as well to make it actually viable. Because if you're going to take like a Taurus with a gunner, or you take 2 F7As, I'm always going to take the 2 F7As because it's going to be so much easier, you know? Hey, Solly, thank you very much, dude, for the Prime 20 month support. Appreciate that. Buff turrets to Hail Mary. I think if CIG can get them sort of similar to how the turrets are in how the AI are sort of doing it, I think that would be a really good spot. Because the AI definitely have, like, it's basically, like, it almost feels like, not auto-aim, God aim. What do you call it? Aimbot, right? It feels very much like an aimbot. And I think if you had that sort of assist for players, turrets would be in a really good spot. But then, again, all you have to do is spam backstrafe, corkscrew it a little bit, and you confuse how turrets actually track. Even against these new NPC stuff, right? So until CIG gets rid of that cheesy fucking nonsense, it doesn't matter what you do with turrets, you're never going to be able to fucking stop it. I don't know why CIG doesn't give turrets more range. I've already given an example of how you do turrets and make it really good, Robert. So here's the easiest one. I'm going to say it again because I like to give my own ideas out. And again, it's just my own idea. Say you have a Rhino repeater, right? And it's got a certain amount of stats. You take the Rhino and you clone the asset and you call it a fucking elephant, or a stegosaurus as we called it, right? And in the stegosaurus, you make it where it can only fit on turrets that take size 4, and it has double the range, double the damage, doubles the rate of fire, right? But you can't put it on a pilot gun, and you can't put a rhino on a turret. There you have a close range pilot weapon and a long range turret weapon. It's the simplest option. It looks exactly the same, it sounds the same, but it has different stats, and all then CIG has to do is make it where it doesn't work on other ships that like pilot weapons for stuff. And there you go. The simplest method to making turret weapons in the game. Literally copying the asset, renaming it, and changing the stats. A fucking week's job, if that. CIG don't do it because that's too easy, apparently. We have a blade for aim locking for 100 awards. You'll be able to allow your ships to... Or just give turrets. Well, the thing is, though, you don't... See, that makes it more difficult, right? Because you can also change out the turret. Like, you can take turrets and put them on other things. The easiest way is to just make a weapon system that's designed for turrets and it's locked down. It's bestowed to the turret. So you can't change out the guns on your turret, right? You make it where you can't have cannons on your turrets. You can't have fucking attritions. You just have anti-fighter defense weapons. And you make them size 3, 4, 5, whatever needs to get the job done, and that's it. But so many people would complain that they can't put attritions on or cannons on their Idrises for whatever reason. And that's why CIG are in this rut. Because everyone wants to customize their ship to their own taste, and it should be where you are using a certain ship for a certain role, and if it's not filling that role, you use a different ship. But everyone and their mother wants to use every ship for every job, solo, with advantage of a fully crewed person. For some fucking weird reason. Because they just don't want to interact with another player, or they don't like getting pushed in the corner, and Patrick Swayze ain't coming to fucking dance with you. So we go round in this circle of trying to please everyone, and sometimes CIG should just say, fuck you, this is how it's getting done. If you don't like it, walk. Just walk. And that would make more sense to me. And it would make it easier to balance ships.
Hurston Security reserves the right to search travelers at any time.
Well, that doesn't change turrets though, Nuck, right? That changes some other things inside the ship, but it doesn't actually change, like, how turrets are working, you know? E-players get to do that. Oh, maybe you should be happier playing that? What do you mean? Yeah, but CCP know how to fucking balance a video game that's been out for 25 years, Astro. CIG can't even balance a video game that's not even been out yet. Eve is single player? What? Alright, I wanna see you go and fucking take down a full 0-0 Dead Space fucking solo. Okay. Yeah. go knock on fucking... Go to Pandemic Legion or go to Goonswarm's fucking main HQ. Wherever that is in the game right now, I don't know. And knock on the door as a solo player and shoot it and see how far solo gets you in that game. I'm just talking about multi-crew, but it's a completely different game. You are literally, so the lore is different. You are a pod that's connected as a brain to a ship inside it. The ship doesn't have interior like what you would normally have in a ship. It has it where you are connected by cables like fucking Armored Core, and you move everything yourself. That's why it's single player in ships. It's completely different. Alright, chat, I'm just gonna use the stalker to get to Orison, and then we'll get the Ion.
Your vehicle has been delivered.
He's going on single player, guys, that you are able to fire, fly, and repair your ships all by yourself. But again, it's a completely thing. You are literally, the ships are automated, and your mind, aka the pod, is the brain of the ship. It's just a different way of looking at things. It's not that you're a solo player, it's that they've designed it where you don't need multiple people on one ship. In the lore of the game. You just need a human as a brain, and that's it. The ship is basically your character. Yeah. Even though you can, like, walk around and stuff like that in Evil Line, yeah. You won't solve the issue with turrets, but you will solve the solo crew ship. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure CIG know what to do. I'm just saying, the easiest option is you take one gun, you clone the asset, you rename the asset, you make this asset turret only, and you give it double range, double the damage. That solves turreting 101, right? But CIG don't want to do it that way for whatever fucking reason, and to an extent you can respect them for that choice, but also at the same time I'm like, fucking hell, like, your game is not that good to bypass on these things. They don't want turret. Yeah, I know. They're making it more difficult for themselves because for whatever fucking reason they don't want to just do the easy route, right? That's what I'm saying. They're making this game a lot harder for no reason. No fucking reason. Oh, dude. No joke. The Star Citizen lore team and building mechanics around lore is just... it's so fucking dumb. It really is dumb. This is why we'll never get the finished product, by the way. Because you'll never please anyone. You'll have the lore come out, and the lore-driven people will be upset that it's not accurate to lore. You'll have people like myself that just want to play the video game and don't give a shit about space magic and realism. You know, just want to have fun. And it's just like, CIG will be like, oh, dangling little fucking carrots on string, trying to fucking figure it out, you know? I just want a video game that works, chat. That's it. I don't care what any practice is done. And it should be the same for everyone. Like, if your morals are so strong that you get upset about a fucking video game, I just want a video game that works. I don't give a shit if it's hardcore, casual, space magic, you know, full realism, lore-driven. When you're not spending 2 hours to make 30... like... when you're spending 30 minutes of your time having fun in the game, but it's taking you 2 hours to get to that point, that's not a fun game, chat. That's a badly designed video game. And that's what we have right now. You see little glimpses of what the game could be like, but then you're smashed with, you need to know a fucking 2,000-page essay guide system on how to do every workaround in this game just to play the game. I'm nearly 2 hours in, and I've not even been able to achieve anything right now because I've spent most of the time fighting with bugs. No, it's not a new cockpit, it's just the new MFDs. But again, it's cool. Like, I generally won't stop playing Star Citizen until 1.0, or when they go, it's in beta or whatever the fuck. Then at that stage, I'll go, okay, I'm done. The Avenger is a really good ship. The Titan is really, really good. One of the best. Great cockpit, eject, log off, cargo space, fast as fuck, good weaponry system, looks cool as fuck. Again, you just can't go wrong with it. It's literally the best buy in the game. I can never recommend the Aurora and the Mustang. They're too shit. Just put a little bit of extra money in, get a Titan. That's all you ever need. I hear you, love, yeah. How'd you like the Asgard? It's a great ship for its role, but it's fucking garbage for PvE. Zen. No, dude, don't melt an F8C. What the fuck, dude? That is just bonkers. If you have an F8C, you don't melt it. If you have an F7A Mark II, you don't melt it. You're better off with your C1 and your F8C. The F8C is better for PvE than the Asgard. And, you know what I mean? Like, you got a nice cheap cargo ship. Or, hear me out, wait until it's in game and just fucking spend money and buy it in game. I have an F7A, but also never used my F8. Well, then it's up to you, dude. Can you actually buy back the F8 when you melt it? Do you actually get that option? I CCU'd my F7A Mark I to a Scorpion? What? Dude, that might have been the dumbest thing I fucking read today, like. You're fucking, oh, thank God. I was gonna say, dude, just give me your account and fucking leave Star Citizen. Yeah, I do, Tumblr, yeah. Also, give me the F7A Mark I, please. But ban that man for one day. He deserves it. We'll give Roman... Right. We'll give Roman a fucking 10-minute timeout. That's as far as I'm going with it. Because that's fucking dumb as fuck. Even as a joke. Yeah, dude, I was gonna rage. Cudsta. No joke. I would love a fucking F7A Mark I. I am so upset, especially as a fucking Anvil boy, that I never bought that skin because I just didn't like the fucking green skin at the time. And I have no way of getting an F7A Mark I. It's just too expensive, man. And Cutlet gave everyone else one, they give me one. And none of these fucks are even using it. I'd be using it every day in me fucking Spitfire skin. These fucking shits. It's just $1,000. Oh, you want to buy me one, Denny? Oh, look, chat. Denny's gonna buy me an F7A Mark I. How about that? W's in chat for Denny, guys. Is there an easy visual identifier of the spaceport there? Yeah, it's a flashy light on the top. Every spaceport has a flashing light, see? The ArcCorp one's really good. It's even got ones that go up into the sky, man. Dude, if somebody actually handed me an F7A Mark I, like, I don't know how I would be able to repay them. I would be so happy. I fucking love that ship. I just don't have the money. Like, no joke, if I had $1,000, I'd buy it. I would. I would fucking grey market the shit out of that. If I had a spare $1,000 that I didn't need elsewhere, I would 100% buy it. Avenger Titan, you just do the job well. I don't even own this stalker. Nilly chat. Little sneeze. Why is it so worth it? Because it's super rare, dude. You can't buy it. Like, you can't earn it in game, you can't buy it, and, yeah, it's fucking dope, man. I would love an F7A. I've got the F7A Mark II, but I would like the original one. But I don't have $1,000 spare to buy it off the market. So claim that.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Please visit us again. Goodbye.
The best part of waking up is waking up to my favorite Scottish streamer. Thank you very much, Togi. Appreciate that. Welcome in, dude. We're not on for long today, chat. Again, like Saturdays are just like a half little stream because the sun is out and it's not raining. I'm gonna go for a hike. The F7A Mark II is worth about $200-300. The Mark I is worth $800 to $1,000. But the market changes all the time.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle. Your vehicle has been moved to our storage facility.
Alright. Well, at least we know the Asgard is not that good for PvE. And that's fine. It does its role. You don't need to extend it. It's good for cargo running. It's good for dropping a vehicle off. But it's not good in a fight. Because if a Constellation and a Caterpillar NPC can deal with it, yeah, it's not worth the time. I would generally stealth it out, make it very low signature for dropping in, dropping off, and that would be really good. Gotta get my scripts. Gotta get my scripts. Alright, 1434, 853. Got a little loot chest on the go here. I might try it for med hauling. I think it's good for hauling and stuff like that if you're going for it. Doing MRTs is fine for a little cash or doing power bounties out. Yeah. F7A Mark II sees you going for on impound. Yeah, but impound is overpriced as fuck. Never buy off impound. Ever. Never. They are so overpriced. It's fucking crazy. Because you can literally get an F7A Mark II on Reddit for like $300. Didn't see the sun for almost 2 weeks here? Dude, I would move to Florida. They impound your wallet, yeah. Value is like $30, right? For an F7A? It depends on what, like, the Reddit and stuff we got, yeah. Yeah, it was $20 to get an F7A Mark I back in the day when it was a skin. And now it's like $1,200 and stuff. I bought my Asgard for cargo. Honestly, I can carry 120 plus an Ursa. Yeah, that's fine. I just, like, again, I'm showcasing it where it's not that good for farming NPCs. I would rather take an Ion or an F8 or an F7C, my Super Hornet, even a Vanguard Harbinger, an MX, Guardian MX is a better idea. The Asgard just doesn't do it. And that's good. Again, I'm glad that it can't... It's got a lot of damage, but it can't do what is required. It just doesn't have the turn rate. It doesn't have the tank. And that, I'm perfectly fine with that. Again, if you start getting every ship doing every role, it becomes very boring. Also, chat, next week marks 5 years as a Twitch partner. And we also got Elden Ring Night Rain coming out. Oh. And then we've got the 5th of Dune. 5th of Dune. Need a gun instilled? Nah, it's not worth taking the Asgard out for PvE, Puppeteer. It got absolutely minced by Connie and Caterpillar at once. I'm looking for it. Next weekend, I can't wait, man. I can't wait to play Elden Ring Night Rain. Then I can't wait to play Dune with the guys. We've got some really cool content creators working with. We've got Moist Noodle. We've got Space Cutlet. Maybe Henkin. Don't know if Gallifeyer Games is joining us. Salty Mike may join in with us as well. So, looking forward to it, man. And then, obviously, we've got 4.2. The Idris is fixed to a certain degree. There's the new weather stuff that I've not seen. I'm going to wait until we watch that together when PTU is out. First wave. And, yeah. Excited to get back and do stuff in Pyro. I hope Dune can deliver. I've got, like, again, I've been playing the CBT, and I've got, like, just short of 300 hours, Chico, in Dune altogether from the betas and the CBT, and I really, really enjoy the game. It's not going to be everyone's cup of tea. I understand that combat, closed beta, Paragon, so NDA servers and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's definitely a game that I like, but I do like sandbox type of video games, right? I like building, I like taking stuff from people, I like the sort of interaction, a little bit of PvE in between and stuff, so I think it's a really good game. For me, I played Rust, Ark, Conan, Exiles, Albion, Eve, stuff like that. And I definitely think I really enjoyed Conan Exiles. I think Dune's better than Conan Exiles. That's just my take on it, though. I like the... And I'm not even a big Dune fan. Like, I just recently watched the movies and stuff because of the game. But I actually like the whole sort of, you know, apocalyptic kind of feel. I know Dune's not apocalyptic. It's very sci-fi. But it has that sort of vibe to it. It's very sort of like humanity on the ends kind of thing. Yeah, so does Henkin. Henkin, Captain Richard, Salty Mike. I think there's a few other people, few content creators that live in Florida. Every time I tuned into Mike yesterday, who was doing like his react video, and the first thing he said was, "I'm sweating." I'm like, yeah, I'm never going to fucking Florida. Fuck that shit. I mean, I've been a lot younger, but I would never live in Florida. The moment that you say you're sweaty, that's it. Nah, that's too much. That's too hot for me. Humid as hell. Yeah. If you're sitting in your house sweating, I don't know what to tell you guys. That's too hot. That's too fucking hot. It's holy jihad. I'm actually looking forward to the third movie. I've never read the books. I'm not really a book reader anyway, but I'm interested to see, like, I wanna know more about the sun that fucks a worm and becomes a worm itself. That's a very interesting thing for me. And then becomes more powerful than Paul Atreides. Like, alright. Dune has its own universe, yeah. Dune game has its own universe. Yeah. Summer, oh dude, I don't like summer either. Winter is my favorite. I love ice. I love snow. I love walking around and I can smell for fucking miles because all the smells, all the scents, the stews, the soups, the haggis, the curries, everything that people are cooking in their houses, the smoke coming out the chimneys, the fire log burners, and it's just a waft, and then the pine needles, and oh yeah. Like wintertime for me is so much better. The summer is just a bleh, you know. You're freaking yeah. That's the shit for me. Like spring and autumn. Like I like autumn because again it's full of smells, spring full of smells, but summer is just it's just my least favorite because there's nothing good about it apart from the warm weather, and I'm just not a warm weather person. Hankin is moving. Hankin might be living with me if he can't find a place. I said to him he can come live with me and stream here until he finds a building or something like that. But that's like last resort, because I think he wants to do something in Europe and like with some other, like make a content creator house kind of thing. But I said if he can't find anything and he really wants to get out of America, he can come live with me until he gets his feet sorted out. Though I was the only one, my family thinks I'm crazy because I love the winter also. I don't think it's crazy. Treat him well. He's been to my house before. Stogie. He was here before SeasonCon last year. The main character's name in Dune makes me upset. Why did they choose Paul? That's a weird one. Fall, spring, winter, summer. I'm winter, spring, fall, summer. That would be my choice. I have a wood burner. Oh, dude, wood burners are so good. Wood burners are so good. The smell, especially if you put cinnamon on the wood as well. Oh, it's so good. If anybody's ever done that, it's like highly fucking flammable as well. But when you put like soak your logs in like I can't remember the liquid you do it with, and you add cinnamon to it, so you get like cinnamon flame like fire logs. Put them in, and your whole house just smells of cinnamon. It's so good. Should we call him Gary Harkonnen so he can be GH for short? Summer in Florida is miserable.
Welcome to the ASOP vehicle.
Is it Drake Day tomorrow, right? I'm not gonna be around for that, but what are we at? We're like 2 hours chat.
Please visit us again. Goodbye.
UK South, rain. Dude, it's fucking sunny up here right now. Glazed cinnamon rolls. We've got an area called Feasting on Discord. And this one here from Wired. Where is it? This one always pisses me off, chat. This image here. Barbecued, or sorry, smoked cinnamon rolls in a fucking iron skillet. And then let's throw in some chicken. And then what else do we have? We'll do some of this just to tenderize. Some pork. And we'll finish you guys off with some ribs, I think. There we go. You hungry, guys? So remember, chat, you can bribe TDL with cinnamon rolls? You can, yeah. Actually, no, one more picture, chat. One more. Freshly made jam. Fucking yeah. What other things could go in here? The guys on Discord are assholes with all their food. Hey, we got pissed off grunt here. Look at that. Look at that, chat. That looks delish. I think it's like a little bit of sushi kind of like line. I don't know what that would be though. Now I'm hungry. Yeah. It's good stuff, man. Good stuff. I love talking about food, showcasing food. Art. Food is art. Like, if you can make really good food, it's definitely fucking art. Anyway, chat. I think I'm just gonna call it there. Because again, Saturdays are just sort of like short streams. Obviously, next weekend, the Saturday is gonna be a long day. We've got the subathon coming up for our partner-a-thon. 5 years as a Twitch partner, starting next Friday, and we'll see where that goes. And then obviously we've got Dune in June, 4.2 in Dune. Looking forward to it, man. We have a lot coming up. It's gonna be so much fun. So much fun. So much time. I got the perfect pitch for selling everyone the Asgard. Check DMs. Fuck's sake. It was, but I like, so you know how like Burks has got his subathon on the go just now, and he does challenges each day. I gave him a challenge before the Asgard came out, saying get an Asgard, put a tank inside it, and see if you can kill somebody in it. And fucking Burks, it's so difficult because the vehicles are moving around, the physics grids don't work. He blew the fucking engines off the Asgard. And then he fucking killed himself in the fucking Asgard, which then soft-defed the Asgard, and the Asgard fell out the fucking sky and took out Taylor. And it's just like, oh my god. Like, CIG can make these cool videos and everyone gets excited about it, but when you actually try to do anything in this game, it just falls apart. Like, show the video, you'd have to go to Burks' stream and stuff like that. Let me see if I can actually find it on his YouTube, right? I'm pretty sure I can find this. Let's see here. Because it was like early on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Round. Two were like
Was it like here?
mining and stuff.
Takeoff complete.
3 hours is nuts for sure. 3 hours is nuts. Yeah.
Try to find it, chat. It was funny as fuck. Yeah, I think this is it. Maybe.
Like, for
no, it's
example,
Centurion.
On the Pool C, which also has 4 size 3 shields.
Yeah, unfortunately I
can
don't have a time
full
step.
power to shields and full power to engines, but no power on weapons.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is it. No.
Max out shields are beefy. Yeah, maybe I should have put more power into shields. But I still don't think that we win that. Or even if we do win that, it's really, really close. Really, really, really close.
No idea. Yeah, I don't have a timestamp, so it's like very difficult to find. Except, but you'd have to look through it. He's probably got a clip as well. But yeah, it was fucking hilarious, man. Just fucking blowing the ship apart. It showed how scuff it is, yeah. Well, I mean, you're not meant to really be shooting at the back of an Asgard, but it was a funny challenge, like. Alright, guys. I'll be back on Monday. Have a good weekend. Take care. Get some nice food. Go and get some exercise. All that good stuff. Oh, sorry. Raid 1. And again, thank you for all the support today, guys. Thank you for all the people that went crazy on that hype train. That was crazy. Fucking 19 subs and all the bits as well. Appreciate it. I'm going to send you over to Mike. A little bit of return raid since he's helped us out this week. And I will see you on Monday. Take care, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Alright, we're out here. If I can remember where the buttons are. Appreciate it, guys. Barmy lad, take care. Riddick. Sideways. Zent. Peregrine. Alpha. Harry Luff. Choo Choo. Meeper. Gray. Denny. Jones. Bart. Thank you, guys. Have a good weekend. Roman, take care. Squizzle. Appreciate you guys. I'm out.